My name is Stephen Sherrard. My major is management and I'm a senior.
My name is Kristen McKenna. I am a senior and I'm a sport management major.
My name is Chris Grisby. I'm a junior here at the University of Tampa and my major is communication with a minor in journalism.
I'm Casey Budd. I'm an advertising and public relations major and I am a senior at the University of Tampa.
My name's Kyle Dennis. I'm majoring in marketing and a minor in film and new media, and I'm currently a senior.
So I got my internship at USAA. It had two parts. The first part was basically me working full-time as an entry-level position as a claims adjuster. My everyday duties were, we went through training for the first 3 weeks, and then we were on the phones. In claims, basically what we're doing is, for all the members, it's property insurance. Like any damage to their property or thefts of their property, they would call me and I would handle the claim from start to finish.
So the internships I've had range from the Firestone Grand Prix in St. Petersburg to the Tampa Bay Lightning. And at the Tampa Bay Lightning, I've held 2 different positions. One was the event productions intern, and I would be responsible for being in the office as well as on game days. I would be at the rink and I would help with pre-game preparations, or anything ranging from booking of the color guard, the anthem singer, to making sure that the Bolt Brigade and the Lightning Girls are going and doing everything that they need to.
Fall of 2015, I started interning over at WTVT, which is Fox 13 News, and through my time there, I started off as a general assignment intern, so I was shadowing different reporters, and we'll do anything from a murder case to maybe a ride on a high-speed boat. So it was really fun. There's so much variety and different content that you're doing. As a general assignment reporter, it can get very stressful, but very, very intense as well.
One of my favorite internships I had was with USA Today College, and my fancy title was a digital content producer, and basically for the summer of 2015, I had to pitch 2 story ideas a week, and then they would approve one. And basically I was a visual correspondent, so I would create either a graphic or a video or photography and kind of relate it to whatever the topic that I chose was. And then eventually from there I was upgraded to run their social media accounts. So I had to use Hootsuite and run their Twitter and Instagram and Facebook.
So I got to intern at ABC Television for 2 years. We did a lot of sales. We learned all about research, Nielsen ratings and whatnot, and then I also got to work on a couple television shows. I got to work on the Live with Kelly and Michael show, so one of my biggest tasks was to seat the audience correctly, make sure all the celebrities for the day had everything they needed, and I also got to see the pre-production meetings and then after post meetings, and also how they get these artists before they're big on the show. So that was one of the responsibilities I got to do.
In today's world, you need job experience to get a job. And unfortunately, we don't really have a lot of experience in the real business world. Most of us don't, at least. So doing an internship gets you something to put on your resume and gets you some experience for when you graduate.
My internships, I've had 4 different ones with 2 organizations, but 2 separate positions within each one. And that really helped me to see what I did and didn't like about certain aspects of the business industry, because not everybody knows what they want to do or what exactly they want their position to be, what they want their career goal to be. And going out and experiencing all these different things in an internship basis was really helpful for me to figure out what my defined career goals are.
For a communication major with a minor in journalism, someone going into the field that I want to get in, you really have to be able to present yourself, because so many people want to do it, and having that internship really gives you that higher edge over someone else who might not have that internship.
Well, it's definitely a resume booster, because USA Today College was an awesome company to be involved with. But I think overall it was such a well-rounded internship. I wasn't just specifically doing photography or video. I also got to write a little bit. I also got to do social media. So I think it kind of shows off that I can pick up on multiple skills and I'm not just specifically good at one thing.
I loved walking into work every single day. Every day it's something new. You have no idea what you're walking into. One day you could be casting for The Bachelor. The other day you have to help a celebrity get get her, I'm not saying who, but get her almonds and cranberries, because that's what she loves in the morning, you know? I mean, you just never know what you're walking into, but I was so proud to go into work every single day and wear my badge and have ABC on me, and I just loved it. I fell in love.
You can only learn so much from a book. Doing an internship will really take everything that you've learned in the classroom and help you apply it in the real world. So that's probably the most valuable skill you can get from an internship. You don't really know what it's like from sitting in the classroom.
Internships are that kind of middle ground, that magical space where you are getting experience in a real life job that is going to help you down the road. So I highly recommend anybody getting an internship, getting that experience, because it's going to make you a lot more attractive to potential employers.
You're not going to go see a murder story where you're interviewing a woman crying and you're trying to get your story done, but she lost her son. So you got to be able to connect with that person as well as do your job. And that's very hard. You can't learn that inside the classroom.
Although classes help you, I feel like you get to apply all the things you learn within your classes. I know for me, in my advertising classes, so many of the concepts and even the vocabulary that was used in class, I get to like hear it and see it daily and within my internship, and that is just like, it just connects all the dots completely.
100%, you have to do some sort of internship. This is how you learn the most hands-on experience. Only so much you can learn from a textbook. If you don't do any kind of internship and you just get a first real-world job, you're going to have an eye-opener. You got to learn to interact with a professional relationship. You can't, if you go out to lunch with all your bosses, that's not taught in a textbook. You know, that's not chapter 15, how do I go out to lunch with my bosses?
Honestly, whenever I started looking for an internship, I went through career services, and I did the resume building thing with them. I kind of worked with them for probably about a month on building up interview skills and doing all that, and I think I'll carry that with me for the rest of my career.
One of my favorite things to do in internships is to kind of talk to people about how they've gotten to where they are currently, and you hear everything from where they went to school to what past internships they've had, where else they've worked, and it's really cool to get all the different stories and kind of realize the fact that there's no one set path to your destination, that you can come from so many different places and have so many different experiences, and you're going to be okay.
This internship has landed me numerous amounts of opportunities. This summer I'm going to be in NBC Studios in Manhattan, so through this internship over at Fox, made a connection with somebody else, and you just piece the puzzles together and you're just going to keep building your connections, and then soon after I'll hopefully land a job after graduation through continuing building those connections. Just
constantly check up online for new internships. There's always some, you just have to know how to talk to people. I feel like even if it's not posted online and like there's a company you really want to work for, just email them or like send a resume or just try to get in touch with someone and make that connection.
I don't know, you have to learn how to talk to people. Yeah, I mean, you have to know how to, if you're in a certain situation, you have to know how to act. And have I screwed up before? Yeah, but you learn from those mistakes, I mean, you can do internships too. I mean, you want to make mistakes during that time so you learn for real life.
I would say, honestly, I would take an internship sooner. I waited until my junior year, summer, to really start the internship, and I didn't really realize how valuable it was until after I took it, so I think I would just do it sooner. Get out there, go to the internship fair, explore what you like or what you might like, and just do it through career services.
I think that my biggest piece of advice for people that are looking for internships in the future is, while you're applying, first of all, apply for a lot. Get some interviews, see what feels right, see what doesn't, but be sure that you're coming in to these interviews asking questions, trying to get a handle on what you're stepping into, as well as after you've interviewed, if there's something that you're really intrigued by or an opportunity that you would really like to go after, be sure that you're emailing these people that have interviewed you afterwards, thanking them for their time, thanking them for interviewing you, and really just going that step above and beyond and showing them that you really want to be there and why you're a good candidate.
Post-graduation, this internship will help me by building my resume. As a journalist, you have to have a video resume kind of thing, so you have to have a newsreel. So I've been building my newsreel through the news station. That's really been helping me. Also, I know more aspects of the whole department, media as a whole, working in this internship. It makes me really think about, do I really want to get into this, and what the day in the life of a journalist is really going to be like.
I say it's never too early. I started looking for internships my freshman year. I mean, even if they were just little things, like I ran a social media account, I think, for the admissions office my freshman year, and even that is just something to just get started, get your foot in the door, and like get the idea of how an internship works. If not by your freshman year, I think definitely by your junior year you should at least be looking.
Start looking whenever you can. I did my first real estate internship when I was a freshman in college. If you can get it, I would do it. The more experience you have, the better chance you're going to get that job. I mean, you can only have so much from a GPA, and just like every other candidate, but if you have 5, 6 internships before you graduate, you're probably going to land that job.